Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Legends Hub. In today's video, we are diving deep into HTML forms and user input. Whether you are a beginner or looking to brush up your skills, this video will cover everything you need to know, from basic form element to validation and file uploads. So let's get started. Forms are essential elements in web development for collecting user inputs and some other stuffs. So we define a form using the form tag. Inside this tag, we place different input fields. So I'll show you a simple example of all these things. Before I go forward, I install some packages that will help me to run this my HTML form without me refreshing this or clicking Windows R if you are in Windows, or Command R if you are using Mac. How do you write this form? You start with this open angular bracket, you close it, you put all the details that you want. For me, I love using labels, like I love labeling my stuff, so I'll put label for username. You have to specify what are you labeling for, you understand? Label for username. I'll use this username in my ID. I'll put my input. Then I'll specify the type of input that I want. I want the user to. So we have different types of input. We have the button checkbox, color, date time, local. You pick your local time here, the international time, the date, which is today, the color, any color that you want. Then we have the email, we have the file, hidden image, month, number, and a lot more. So I'll use text for now. Then I'll say placeholder. Okay, let me save so that you can see the difference between using a label and a placeholder. Now this is my label username, we have it here. Then placeholder, if I put anything in my placeholder, it will appear inside this form. So I'll say username again. After adding the username, I save. Then we have username appearing here. Then I can add other attributes like the ID. This my ID will help me to link to this my label form. We have other attributes like the value. If I put value, that is what will appear now. So if I say John Doe, so saving this, we have John Doe. That is our value. That's our current value. But this is not how we do it in real life. If you want to collect value, you allow the user to type. You are not the one to type the value. You understand? So I'll remove this property for now. I'll specify that I need, like, you must enter this field. This field cannot be empty. That's why I use required. Then we move straight to adding the name in case you want to send our data to the database or using PHP form to collect our data. So I'll say your name to be the username. You can put anything of your choice. You can use say password, email, all those things. So if I save this thing, it's automatic refresh because of the plugins. So I'll put my button, say submit. This is where the user will click. Any user that is using the website or the web page, you can tell the user, okay, click this button to submit. So I will specify the type of button I want. We have the submit, the reset, the menu, and the normal button type. So I'll go with submit for now. As time goes on, we'll touch each of them. So this is our button submit. This is our input field. No, the button is being connected to the input field because all of them are inside the form element. So the form now contains these three elements, these three tags: the label, the input, and the button. The button was able to connect because they are inside the form. If in case they are not inside the form, it won't connect. So if I click here, it's showing me please fill out this field. Why? Because we use required here. So if I should type anything here, the value that I removed before will be equal to this thing that I will type here. Let's say I type David. So if in case I place my value here, the value will be equal to David. So inside our form, we have some attributes or properties like the action. The action tells you where you are redirecting to. Like after saving this form, where do you want to go to? So that is the function of this form. So I'll say I want to move back to index.php or HTML. Then I can specify the method. Now in real life, we have method method of doing things, method of acting upon something. So all those things, they are methods. But in HTML, we have the get, the post, and the dialog. We have patch. Patch means update. We have the delete. That means you want to delete something. So those are the methods for now. Now let's talk about different input fields. We have the text fields, text areas, checkboxes, and radio buttons. Let's look at each other. So I will clear this one out. Just want to show some things. That's how to comment. How you can comment with the command and the / button. Just click command and the / button after highlighting your text or your tag, so you apply automatic comment. So I will have here label, but it's not a must that you use this label. Let's say I want to put my email. Then what am I labeling for? Email. Then I put my input. Then type the email. Placeholder. Okay, let me not use placeholder. I'll use ID. ID to be email. I'll apply the name and also required name to be email and the required. So I make all these things to be compulsory, like you must enter something in this form. Why is it not refreshing? Okay, we have this. You can create more and more input fields. So I'll show you some few other input fields. So I'll like copy and paste this. So this one will be for password, type for password, ID password, and the name password. So I'll save this. We have here for, okay, I did not put my label. Okay, let's use placeholder instead of label because I don't want to type much code. So I'll say password. So how do I take this password field to the next line? In our previous video, we talked about BR. That should be our first or second video of this playlist. So I'll use here BR. That means I'm trying to break the rule so that the password will enter a new line. So that's what we have. We have the text area. The text area, if you check some website, you see where they ask you enter your comments or reviews about a product. So that's when they use the text area, because text area you type a lot of things. It will not just be small like this. Let's see how it looks. Text area. So what I will specify, I might decide to specify the ID, which will be bio. I will specify the name, but I don't need it for now. Then the number of rows, like rows, how many rows do I want? So I'll say 4. You can put any number that you want. Then columns, that's the column. How many columns? I'll say, let's say 30. Let's see what we have. So these are rows and columns. The rows is the vertical view of the text area, while the column is the horizontal view of the text area. So I'll copy this and paste. I need to break it to the next line. So we have this. So you can put a checkbox. If you see some website, they will say select your gender, then your gender will be in a checkbox. You select that male or female. So let's see how it looks, how we can achieve exactly. I'll start with label. I want to put everything inside label so that it will make sense. So after typing label, I'll still use the same input because all these things can be achieved using the input. I said type to be the checkbox. So you have seen it now. You can decide to give a name, value, and other things, but I will not give a name. Let me give just value. Value to be yes. That means you said okay, yes, you have been selected already, so no need to type any other thing. So what will be my text? Subscribe. If you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, you see it now. We select, we unselect, select, unselect, select, unselect. So you can be using all these things in your form depending on what you want to build. So I'll copy and paste so I can show you the one for gender, that's male and female. No, in gender we have the circular button, that's the radio button, so the user can check one at a time. So my type will be radio. Name and value. So value will be male. First, let me start with male. Then my text will be male. I will copy the same thing and paste for the female. I'll say a female. Okay, let's put a name so that we know, okay, this one belongs to this. So we are collecting gender here for the name. Copy the same thing and paste. Gender. So you have the male and female and some other stuff. Let me break the rule again. After here, you have to know where you are putting your BR so that you not go and mess with your code. So I'll put it here because male and female, they are in the same place. So you have the email, the password, the input field, the text area that you can type a lot of text. Keep typing to get all the things that you want. So we have the subscribe button, you have the male and the female. If you observe, when I select this one, the other one is not selected because I want to select one at a time. You can specify multiple if you wish. So I'll select this one not select, select this one not select, select this one not select. So that's just everything I need to know about this.